Dr. Oken! Open the door. Get him out of there. No, wait.
If we can negotiate a truce, we can find a way to coexist. Can there be a peace between us?
Peace. No peace.
What is it you want us to do?
That is, of course, the scene from Independence Day when they said there can be no peace. No peace. So let's just go around the horn on my update today. What is the date? The 12th? I think it's the 12th. Oh, and I lose track. I was doing paperwork all day. Yes, yes. Oh, by the way, isn't it impressive that I have to report a 1099 INT form for $2 of interest that I earned from one of my credit unions? I mean, this is how insane our government is. How insane. We need a convention of the states, people. The entire United States has gone insane. Why should I have to report $2 in interest from a bank account? Oh my God, I couldn't even believe that I have to print up the form and give it to my tax person. $2, yes, $2 in interest has to be reported. Oh my God. All right, so this is the Watching the World Burn video today. So Russia unleashed yet another missile barrage in the east. By the way, you know, if you follow your mainstream media, they are running out of missiles. Every single day we hear about how Russia's running out of missiles. But somehow they seem to unleash a new missile barrage every day. And that's the funny thing is you would think this mass psychosis of people that are, you know, being lied to every damn day by their mainstream media, they would go, well, wait a minute, maybe I need to think about this, because just yesterday they were saying that Russia couldn't fight their way out of a wet paper bag, but today Russia just unleashed another missile barrage. And yesterday they said that they didn't have any missiles, but today they just launched a bunch of missiles. I don't know, man. Maybe you need to get your head out of the closet, let's just say. So what I'm seeing right now is I'm seeing the war intensify. And so this tells me, and I gave you my synopsis yesterday on why that is and how I think Russia's trying to solidify their supply lines. So that's why I think things are getting stepped up. So I'll just give you the numbers that have been reported today. There were 12 missile strikes and 32 airstrikes in the last 24 hours. So there you go. And there were also 90 MLRS multiple launch rocket also hit Ukraine. So these are signs that that Russia is they're softening up the Ukraine defenses for the coming offensive. I still can't believe it hasn't kicked off, but like I said, I think until they take, and I'll get to that in a minute. God damn it, I can't pronounce all these Ukrainian Russian words. Vogledar. I think that they're waiting for the collapse of Vogledar because they need that rail line, and that was my synopsis yesterday. So, Oh yeah, and one of the places that was hit with these, and I reported yesterday that they're hitting the ammo dumps. Boy, if we had lost the ammo dump when I was down in Jabber, Kuwait, fighting the Ukraine war, that would have been the end of the war. The whole damn base would have gone up. But it seems like Russia's they're hitting these ammo dumps. But today in Kharkiv, hope I'm pronouncing that right. That's a weapon manufacturing plant. And they definitely put the hurt on that. So now they're hitting the weapon manufacturing plants. Oh, man, I tell you, if you get the chance, because while I was working on my finances, you know, sometimes I just put stuff on in the background. And I tell you, I love Glenn Greenwald. If you ever want to read about his Snowden covering, because that's how I got hooked into him back when I was writing my book on cybersecurity and how Edward Snowden revealed how the U.S. government is spying on every American. But anyway, his report today was absolutely astounding. He went into all of the details about, dang on it, who's the reporter? The guy that just reported that the U.S. blew up the pipeline. And you know what? I tell you, I should have known this guy because I do follow the news. Anyway, I'll get to him in a minute. But anyway, he did a huge commentary on him, and it was truly amazing. And then also the Rubin report. You want to check him out. What was the... Damn, I tell you. All right, we'll get to it in a minute. But anyway, he was interviewing Robert Malone. Robert Malone, the guy, the inventor of the rDNA technology, the rMNA technology, and so they were kind of talking about how, you know, everybody went nuts around the world. Well, I mean, you know, if you have been in intelligence or if you've been in the U.S. military, this was one worldwide Western PSYOP that convinced the world that only the jab would save them. You know, it was huge, and everybody lost their minds, and so. You know, and so now we got the same PSYOP being conducted by the intelligence services, the CIA mainly, probably a lot of people that are used to convincing easily minded people, let's just say, with the Ukraine war. And so I'm going to point out some things about the Ukraine war because I do get comments, and they're like, "You're a Putin lover. You're no, I'm not. I'm just reporting on the war, and I want peace." I want peace. I'm not a warmongering Democrat. Let's just put it that way. So let's get to, the Kashnia Gora village. Russia is reporting that has been captured. I tend to believe that's from the leader of the Wagner group. I couldn't tell you his name. I didn't write it down. I can't write down everything. I can't remember everything. And because there are photos and videos showing footage of them capturing that village, and that tightens the news. So that means that the North Road is completely blocked into Bakhmut, and Russia claims that they have fire control all over all main roads. So the only way that Ukrainians can get out of Bakhmut at this point is through country roads and fleeing across open fields. And like I said, the Russians said they will let them flee but not retreat, and especially not with their hardware. So it seems to me that every day it's getting closer and closer, and they're running out of, they are still being resupplied from my understanding, but it's getting more and more difficult, and they're expending a huge amount of ammo. I mean, think about it. You're fighting every day. Well, have you ever like gone out as a hunter in the woods, you know, or just done some target shooting, and you carry a box of ammo, you know, and you set it down, and you doing some shooting, you know, maybe just having a snack, drinking some pop, and the next thing you know, your ammo can is half empty, and you're thinking, damn, man, I just spent all my ammo. Well, imagine fighting every day, shooting that many rounds, and so I'm sure their supplies are running out. So the Bakhmut window is closing. By the way, on the Ukrainian side, all you guys who think I'm a Russian lover, There was a video today that showed upwards of, and I want to say about 28 Russian vehicles and tanks and APCs that had either been abandoned or destroyed, and that was near Vogledar. And then, of course, we heard about the BBC reporting that the Russians took some losses there. So now Ukraine's coming out with videos showing their success. They either killed a bunch of Russians or destroyed a bunch of Russian equipment. So that has been verified by video. So there you go. That's a wonderful thing for everybody who wants Ukraine to win the war. I'm not on either side of the war. I just want the war to end. By the way, Brazil, I tell you, this leftist, and by the way, I like the old Brazilian president a lot better. And I can't name either one of them, Bolsonaro. And then, but the leftist, the guy that won the election, he came out and told, I'm proud of him, man. He says, Brazil's staying out of the war. They are not capitulating to the West to provide munitions and equipment to Russia, but they did say they want to help broker a peace. And they said they certainly can't do it as a nation by themselves, but he was saying that he's going to talk to China, he's going to talk to Russia, he's going to talk to Biden, and he's going to say, look, we need to end the war. And as much as the guy is supposed to be hugely corrupt, and he went to prison for being corrupt, and boy, I'll give you his name tomorrow. I can't remember. And so I'm very proud of Brazil. I think that they're on the right side of this thing. Yeah, and so I'll take down this video. I made a video. Boy, it showed my dreadlocks below my neck. It was horrible looking. I got to take that video down. But I did want to reiterate a short video I put up yesterday. Then that's why I started with this Independence Day, is that Ukrainian says only Russia giving up all its territory, a regime change in Russia, and giving up Crimea, will they even begin to talk to Russia? So do you think that peace talks are going to take place? I don't think so. So I guess Ukraine just wants to be utterly and completely destroyed, under their current government. So maybe that'll change. This was another thing that was pointed out today, and I thought about this, and so did the West, these delusional Western leaders, did they honestly think that sanctions were going to work against Russia? Unless you've got the military forces to go out on the oceans and blow up, ships that are carting Russian oil, or if you want to commit those acts of war, and you're going to threaten China, you're going to threaten India, you're going to threaten Brazil, everywhere Russia's delivering their oil. And so today there were reports, and I thought this was pretty cool. So what they're doing is the ships from China, India, other nations, even some European nations, from what I understand, are going out and they're taking the barrels off of the Russian ships and just putting them on their ships and giving the Russians money. Because if you've got no military in the background, and so since all of our military is being, this could have been a strategy by Russia. What do you think? What do you think in the comments below? Could the strategy of Russia invading Ukraine wanted to take the eyes of the West off of everything else that they're going to be doing to circumvent the sanctions, because they knew they were coming, whether they fought the war or not. And so now there's no military teeth in enforcing the sanctions. So they're making a ton of money, man. In fact, when you sell on the black market, you actually make more money than you do when you just sell, through normal channels if they hadn't put the sanctions in place. So what I want to say is that, and the other thing is, he's going all over Europe, and of course he appeared with the U.S. Congress. I think these Western leaders are I'm hoping that some of them have ended their political careers, because I think they're embarrassing themselves being associated with a war criminal like Zelensky. The guy, he's not clamping down on chemical weapons being used in the war. He's a shady character. He certainly has helped the warmongering Democrats. He certainly helped them launder a hell of a lot of money through the United States. So we're getting to the end of the video here. Sorry to talk so long. Let's see. Yeah, and so here are the people that I'm hoping someday will come up on in military tribunals for their destruction of the Russian pipeline. So we know we've got, these are World War III war crimes, because we are fighting World War III right now. There's no doubt about it. So Victoria Nuland, I hope that she comes up before a worldwide tribunal. Of course, you know how I feel about Fauci. He's disappeared, hadn't he? He's probably drinking pina coladas in the Bahamas right now. He's a war criminal. Jake Sullivan, he needs to be brought up on war criminal charges. Tony Blinken, obviously, for his role in Afghanistan and certainly his role on blowing up the Nord Stream pipeline. And then, of course, we've got the final war criminal, William Byrne of the CIA. And I definitely encourage you to read the article by Seymour Hersh about the whole scenario of how the United States blew up the pipeline, which I totally believe. And by the way, and this is good news. I found out today that this is now being debated in Germany about the validity of this article. And if you want to learn about Seymour Hersh, I didn't know about him. I mean, geez, I mean, Glenn Greenwald, like I said, watch his video on Rumble. And if you want to watch Rubin report on Rumble, you can't watch Robert Malone's honest testimony about what took place with the mass psychosis that took place around the jab, except on Rumble, because that would get censored on YouTube. And the guy is brilliant. I mean, he invented the damn technology for the jab, and then said that we shouldn't use it. And in fact, he's been damaged himself. So, I'm just encouraging you to go over to Rumble and watch some of this stuff for yourself. That's it for today's video. It's good to live in the free Republican state of Florida under the great leadership of Governor DeSanctimonious. I don't think I'll be putting up another video tonight. I will go over to the RT channels. Maybe watch a little more Russian television that people say is rotting my brain. Because I get more honest reporting there than I do from Western media. Oh, and that was another thing. There was a big interview by Christina Dianapour on the least watched trusted channel, CNN, where she was interviewing, daggone it, I can't remember who it was. Anyway, you might want to watch that video. All right, man. Peace out. Stay free. I'm just tired. It's been a long damn day doing paperwork. Stay free.